Hey there, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Miriam. I'm the CEO of Kienyeji'S. Kienyeji'S is a company that does traditional foods. And where is my inspiration in this? My inspiration is because I just thought that, in our time and age, we are not eating the forgotten foods. Which are the forgotten foods? The foods that our grandparents used to eat. And so what I did is I started selling food. By this I mean that I pre-cook them and then I sell to you when it is done, then you just go and finish off. And this is trying to bring convenience to your table. This convenience helps you not to suffer the hassle of sourcing for these foods and pre-cooking and preparing them the right way. So now I decided, why not also start showing people how to cook this food? And so I am going to be taking you through cooking of Kienyeji foods, and I have chosen 2 items. And the 2 items are, that is pre-cooked Mrenda and Kunde. If you know Kunde, Kunde is actually cowpeas leaves. If you know them, cowpeas leaves, and then Mrenda, we call it in English jute mallow. These vegetables have got a lot of nutritional benefits to our bodies. Like the jute mallow has got a considerable amount of vitamin K, which helps to reduce threat of bleeding in the liver. It also rich in vitamin A, calcium, and zinc that helps keep the intestines running. By the way, jute mallow is very good like for the stomach, especially if you have got issues with the digestion. It helps your stomach move. You move your bowels like easily. And then we've got the cowpeas, the Kunde. I know most people love Kunde. In Luya we call it the hobi. I don't know what we call it in other tribes, but you must have at least a native name for the Kunde. So the Kunde has got also a lot of benefits. I had to write them down so that I don't forget. It is rich in fiber, iron, potassium. It also helps prevent cancer, anemia, and helps with metabolism. Improves immune system and cardiovascular system. So you can imagine how beneficial these vegetables are to our bodies. So now, what we usually do in Kienyeji is we pluck these vegetables like leaf by leaf, and from the stems, you have to just pluck out the leaves, and I'll just show you like a bit. I won't have to go into all those details. So we pluck out the leaves from the stems, and then we wash these vegetables, and then we package them in 1 kg portions. So this is what we do. This is the work that we're trying to eliminate for you, and ensuring that you can enjoy these vegetables in your homes without having to worry how you're going to go through this. And most of the time we find that people are busy working, so they don't have time. They don't have time to prepare these vegetables. They don't even know where to source the right vegetables, because right now there's a lot of things selling out there in the market. We have got vegetables that are done in greenhouses that are not purely organic. But then now for us, we guarantee you our quality because we get our vegetables from the village. So the taste is quite different. It's quite original because the soils have not been adulterated. So now, welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to take you through a cooking session whereby I will show you how to cook this mix of these 2 vegetables, and also how to cook ugali. You know, the original ugali with unsifted maize. Most people don't know how to cook that ugali. So I'm going to teach you today how to make that ugali. So welcome to my kitchen. All right, welcome to my kitchen, my humble kitchen. I'm going to take you through the cooking session, and for the vegetables, as I had indicated before, I'm going to do the Mrenda Kunde. Mrenda Kunde, it's packed in 1 kg portion. This has already been defrosted because usually when we prep, as I had explained, we freeze. So I've defrosted this. So when you purchase from us, you actually have to defrost it, and it's usually labeled. It's clearly labeled so you can be able to tell the difference from our different types of vegetables that we do sell. So this Mrenda Kunde has already been defrosted, and here it is. It's ready, and it's ready for cooking. Yeah, I think it's well defrosted. It smells nice because this Mrenda Kunde has actually been prepped with the munyu. I don't know if you know munyu, the tenderizer for vegetables. That is the traditional way of cooking vegetables, and this munyu can be used in so many ways, which I'll do a different video as we go along on how to use this munyu to cook your vegetables. Now, it's pretty simple how I make my vegetables. I usually don't make, I don't have a complicated recipe. It's very simple because most people don't know how to really make these vegetables that well. You don't understand what to use, what not to use, what to put in. I prefer to only use an onion just to reduce on the acidity. So with just one large onion, you cut it. If you don't know how to cut like this, please don't try it at home. Just cut your onions the way you used to. Don't follow my skills of cutting, because I did food production, so I've practiced this for quite many, what did I just say? Practiced. So, this is how I'll cut my onion. I only use an onion actually. I don't use anything else. Some people prefer to put tomato in it. I usually prefer not to use tomatoes for my vegetables. I just use the onion. That's simple. And then with my saucepan, I put my saucepan on fire, and I'm using pure sunflower oil. You know, when you're doing healthy eating, at least it's good to use also the healthy oils. You know, the oils that don't don't stick in our systems. You know, like this is a trans fat free, no, pure sunflower oil. I prefer using sunflower oil, and I like buying oil in clear bottles, by the way. I don't know if you know that secret. The oil that you buy in clear bottles, it's unadulterated, but the ones in the other bottles, like the yellow ones, I always feel those ones, they kind of like, what do we call? Is it precipitation or what is it? I like that. I forget that word. So I use a little oil. I don't like using a lot of oil, very little oil, because we're trying to eat healthy, so we do not want to clog our systems with a lot of fat. So, try to look for salt. I don't know where my salt is. So I'll put my onion to continue cooking. I think I'll have to switch off the water for the ugali so my onion will start cooking. I'll definitely. Okay, now I'm going to be cooking 2 items at the same time. So I have my onion actually sweating in the oil. I usually don't let it really brown that much. Just slightly brown. You know, some people don't like seeing onions in their food. Others really don't mind. So we've got different taste preferences. And I like throwing in a little salt. Just a little. Too much salt is usually not so good for our bodies. So in the meantime, I think my water is boiling for ugali. So once I finish this, I should be able to move to the next stage. Of cooking. I think my onions look really nice. Make sure you don't burn your onions. Burnt onions make food taste bad. So just sweat them nicely, lightly golden brown. I think that's perfect in my opinion. So now with this, I don't have to go into so much. I'll have to just get my pack of vegetables and open it, and then throw it in. That's it. It is still defrosting, so what I'll do is I'll just cover it and reduce the heat a bit so that it just slowly simmers. And then I'm going to show you how to actually get the best taste out of these vegetables, how you need to fry them properly. Because you see, this Mrenda has got a little, it's moist, it has a little water in it. So you have to let it cook nicely. You don't just throw it in with the water, and then you're out already removing it to cook. You have to let it cook very well. So I think I'll just transfer this lid there. Yeah, cover that. In the meantime, my water for ugali is ready, and I have got my flour. I had to go to a flour mill to get my sifted flour. You can actually get that in Nairobi. I wish the companies that are packaging flour could introduce this kind of flour, because if you want this kind of flour, you have to get it maybe from the village or something of that kind. The unsifted one. It's actually in a brown bag. It's the flour that you just eat little ugali and you're very full, so you don't have to eat too much. And it has got a lot of roughage in it. And it's unprocessed. That's the beauty about it. The texture is quite different from the normal ugali. So now I'm going to show you how to cook ugali just the same way I was taught when I was a young girl. There are so many ways of cooking ugali which most people do not understand. They just have, people have different ways of cooking ugali, let me just say that. But there's a specific way which you cook ugali that it makes it comes out right, you know. Especially if you're born in areas which ugali is a staple food, it's easier for you to understand what I'm talking about. Ugali is just not made plainly just like that. It's a very special meal, and it has to be cooked very well. It has to be well cooked, and until it tastes baked with a nice smell. So I'm going to show you my tricks on how I make my ugali. I hope my fire is right, because starting I need enough fire. I think that's perfect. So starting, I first need to put in the flour. You don't put in too much, you just like that. This ugali is not easy to make, by the way. It's not like any other ugali, so I'll do it like that. I think I need to get a lid, cover it. Hope the fire is right. I need more fire. Excellent. So in the meantime, my vegetables are still simmering. Maybe I should increase that fire a bit so that I get to do it faster for this video. Yes, this is what I wanted. This is actually what I wanted. I wanted to show you this. You see, the water has to boil with that flour that you have put in until it starts to cover the top. So when it starts to cover the top, then you start mixing. And most of the time, if your water has not boiled very well, then it will be very hard for you to eliminate the lumps. You know, the lumps that you get in the ugali. This one is usually more complicated to make, because if you don't eliminate the lumps, you have to keep adding the flour so that you break the lumps faster. You break the lumps faster. I think I'll have to put my unga nearby, because now it's really boiling. I have to reduce the fire a bit. Reduce the fire so that we don't have too much fire, and our ugali is not cooked. So this ugali, I need to put in a bit more flour. It's a very complicated ugali, so you have to really master the art of making it the right way and use enough energy. You need energy. Are you seeing the color? It's not like the sifted, you know, the hostess and the rest. This is the original ugali. You have to start mashing it. Use energy. You don't just cook it with lazy hands. I love that smell of this kind of ugali. You know, when you visit the village, this is what we eat. We don't eat this sifted flour. And it smells like new maize. The new maize. The one that has just been harvested once, for the first time actually. The new maize. That's the smell I'm getting from this. I need to hold my palm nicely. Yes. mash it well to make it smooth. And then there's one thing I'm going to tell you about ugali when you're cooking. This original flour is very complicated. If you don't do it right, then you'll miss out. You have to mash it nicely. Sometimes when you go to the village, you do it on actually on 3 cooking stones. One day I'll do a video cooking ugali on 3 stones, whereby you step on one stone to support the pan and as you cook. So you keep adding very little unga now, the flour. This flour is actually maize flour. That's what we use for making ugali. I might have to do another video at a later date on how to prepare the brown ugali the right way. So today we'll just do this. Okay, so what I'm going to do right now, when my ugali is like that, it looks like it's really holding nicely. The lumps have minimized. And how can you tell? When you mix, it less sticks on the cooking stick. So what I'm going to do right now, at this point, this is what I usually do. I cover my ugali so that it can cook. It can cook well. So we'll cover that for a few minutes and then we'll be right back in the kitchen to finish off the cooking for the vegetables and for the ugali. We actually doing very well, I should say. When I cook ugali, I take time. When you take time, you keep covering it. You cover it. Why do we cover? You cover it to seal in the flavors and to bring out that nice taste of ugali. So I can tell you, I've been turning this to just get the perfect finish, and I can say I'm very happy with the outcome. And one of the things, maybe that's just my little secret. I'll tell you my little secret, how I make my ugali to know that it's perfect. There's that ugali you eat, okay, you smell, it smells like cake. So what do I usually do? Like when I'm cooking, this is my own trick. Like it smells nice. It smells nice. Actually, it smells nice. And you can tell from the pan, if you look at the pan at the bottom of it, it looks brown. You can see the brown below the pan. You see the brown below the pan. That means this ugali is well cooked. It's very well cooked. So, as you're finishing off this, I'll just say, and you can see there's less splatter on my cooker. I mean, my mwiko is clean. You can see it doesn't have a lot of ugali sticking. In fact, when you put the mwiko like this, it comes out. It means it's well mixed, well cooked. There's nothing sticking on it. So by the time you get to put it in to mold it on your plate, it just comes out perfect. So I'll still keep it like this to bake a little more. We are the master cooks of ugali from Western. People from Western Nyanza, we are the master cooks of good ugali. The next video I'll do will be on brown ugali, so you'll be able to see. You can see my mwiko, it's very clean, It doesn't have a lot of, it's not, how do I call it? I don't even know the right one to use for that, but you can see my mwiko looks clean. This is the last stage, finish off and then get it out. So now we'll go back to our mrenda. Now this mrenda, as I told you, when it comes defrosted, if you want to cook it properly, you see the bottom, it has to start sticking at the bottom. When it begins to stick at the bottom, it means that the defrosted water is out, and so you can get the best taste out of it. It smells nice. Wow, I feel like tasting. like testing it. As you can see, it's wow, it's perfect. So it's actually started sticking down. So again, this next stage is personal preference. As I had said, there are people who don't like, who like tomatoes. You can add tomatoes if you want. There are people who prefer onion, but I prefer just onion because tomatoes are very highly acidic, and I prefer not to put them in vegetables, to just have an onion in it and cook it with the onion, and it actually brings out the best taste, in my opinion. That's my personal preference, and that's how I like it. Like if you get the what are these between called? The ones with the matawi, the green ones. I forget the name. I think this video has really taken a toll on me. In fact, I'm forgetting some important names. Are they the shallots or what? The green onions. You can still use those leaves. Actually, they also bring out the best in these vegetables. So now my Mrenda actually has dried. So also what I say, it is personal preference. Some people prefer to use milk. I want to put milk into my vegetables. Other people are lactose intolerant, like me, myself. I don't take milk that much. Sometimes I don't mind it in my vegetables. But because it doesn't have tomato, I don't mind because it will be less acidic for me. But you can also use coconut oil. Coconut oil is also very good for these vegetables. Coconut milk, not coconut oil, sorry. Coconut milk is also very good. So just a little milk, like 250 ml into that. I'm gonna add in the milk. Milk just brings out the best taste in those vegetables. So that's how it looks when you add milk. And then you let it also cook a little bit. You see the way it's, I like that. I really like that. You let the milk cook. I'm going to cover it just for a few minutes, like less than 5 minutes. Then I can be able to serve this, and this will be ready for eating. We are now on to the last stage of our cooking. Of course, we can't stay in the kitchen forever. We have to finish the cooking. We have to eat. I'm actually very hungry. I didn't eat lunch because I just wanted to do this session, and then after that I eat this specific food that I have made. Now you can see our ugali is doing very well. Now I've just uncovered it. I want now to put it on my, I think I'll put on the fire first. That's perfect. And now transfer this ugali to my plate. Can you see that? I'm going to show you the sufuria. You see, when it comes, it smells really nice. Let me get that off. Huh? Are you seeing the way it's molding? There's no struggle. It's perfectly done. No struggle. And it smells really perfect. It's not because of the video, I'm just telling you the truth. Let me put this away. It smells perfect. See how it looks. See, this is well cooked, original ugali. That maize meal is actually called what? Grade 2. The one you get in your flour mill when you go to buy. If you look at my pan, see how it looks. Who remembers these ugali biscuits? I used to love this when my mother cooks. See, I wish I had something to just, let me get a knife. Just get this out. I can actually get this out. This is exciting. Look at that. You see, when you start seeing this, then it means your ugali is perfectly cooked. That's one of the things that you look at. The ugali biscuits. I used to love them. They taste really nice. But there's this superstition that if you eat a lot of this, you bring hunger to yourself. I don't know. It tastes nice. Look at that. That just means my ugali is perfectly cooked. You need a heavy saucepan so that it retains a lot of heat. And then when you're cooking, oh my god, this thing is just so nice. Gosh. Anyway, I put this aside and continue with my Mrenda. My Mrenda actually is, look at that. See, you know Mrenda is very sensitive, so you have to keep stirring so that it doesn't stick down. My burger just looks perfect and I think it's ready to eat. So what I'll do, I'll also serve it nicely. I'll put my lid away. Put my ugali. This ugali is live. This ugali is live. I'll need to switch off the fire and then serve my Mrenda. And that you can see. Actually, my food is ready. So next thing is we're going to set it up on the table and we're going to share a meal, I and my friends. So I'm going to cover this so that it doesn't get cold. Sometimes the ugali you have to cover it also so that it doesn't get that cold, but we are having it right now as a meal. Thank you so much. Now we're here for the last stage of everything. You know, after you've cooked a good meal, you have to eat it and enjoy it.
I can't wait.
With my friend Winnie.
Oh my God.
With my friend Winnie.
Oh my God.
That's our burger. You can see the Mrenda, how it looks really yummy. So of course, I'm the host. So I'm going to serve Winnie first. Take your plate, Winnie. And have some of that.
Wow.
Winnie.
Thank you.
By the way, you can just have this vegetable as it is. You really don't need anything else. This is just a perfect meal in my opinion. You can just have it the way it is. And it smells really nice.
I can't wait to eat.
you continue.
I can't just wait to eat, you know.
You continue. Okay,
Wow.
I want to say something about these vegetables. You know, these vegetables, once they have like slept overnight and then you cook them the following day, they have some amazing taste. You know, sometimes some people don't understand the special way of cooking these vegetables, and so they start wondering, oh, it doesn't smell, it doesn't taste fresh, it doesn't, I don't know, you know, that kind of thing. But this is now the real thing. If you look at my plate, I'll bring it closer, you can have a look at that. It just looks perfect. You can see the green, you can see the ugali, it's really original. But then this ugali you can't eat so much. You just eat a little like this and it's perfect. It has enough roughage. So it's easy on your stomach for digestion matters. Your bowels will move. You're not eating unprocessed food. This is original food, authentic traditional cooking. Now, thank you so much for watching my cooking session, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel because next time we're going to cook something very special. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I want it to be a surprise every time you come to my channel.
Okay,
so
let me enjoy her food. Thank you very much, Mishi. I'm really enjoying. I'm really enjoying the food.
So you better subscribe, and then next time you don't miss out. Please tap on the notification button so that you don't miss out the new recipes. And for my Kienyeji fans, my Kienyeji people on my page, my Facebook page, thank you so much for your support. And we're going to do this more often, and I'll be coming to you to show you how to cook these foods, finished products of my items. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye-bye.